plagued myself since yesterday's video on willpower. This yeah, welcome to my pajama party. As I said in a couple of videos back, I didn't sleep the whole night. As I said, this channel has a life of its own and it's consuming me, and it's literally at the moment it's not letting me sleep. There is so much I'm editing outside of myself, as in I'm not letting it out, but there is so much that wants to come out, and this is one of them. It's literally playing in different variants in my head. Let's argue semantics. Willpower and willpower. Willpower versus willpower. So this was triggered by the message that poured out of me quite without any warning, and then it left me literally trepidating and trembling. I had to have a big glass of wine and a big smoke after that because I couldn't stop trembling. It came literally off left field and I didn't know what it was based on. But as retrocausality works, it was based on what was gonna come, and it wasn't preparing me for it. So I caught myself with quite a bit of shit on the concept of willpower. After I filmed that yesterday, I was looking at some astrological stuff on YouTube, and this woman was talking about chakras, and then I made a couple of videos on that as well, my take on it. But one of the things she pointed out was about the third chakra that is in charge of, or it's shut down or working or not working in relation to your integrity, sense of self, and willpower, and so on. And my instant, and this is where I caught myself, and this is where I'm saying retrocausality is where it's at, man. I mean, like, fancy the timeline. The timeline was really me putting out the video, me having dinner, chilling, checking YouTube whilst I'm having dinner, coming across this other video, and this one, and it triggers me. The word willpower triggered me to pay closer attention. And as she was talking about this thing, I immediately concluded I've got no willpower for two reasons. First of all, because I was up on my high horse about those people who are pushed and manipulated by their willpower, I'll elaborate, in their lives to go against their instinct. In doing stuff, they end up getting things the hard way, and when you get things the hard way, you harden up. You literally harden up. So that's what the message was about. So to my own satisfaction, I concluded that I don't have willpower. But then again, I sat and I thought, hold on a minute. So I'm not having willpower against my willpower, because if I'm not having willpower to do what? That something that is willpower is stopping me from doing what this willpower wants me to do. So I was into a conundrum of something of a conundrum. And I laughed as I always do when I get a download like that, and when I'm bitch slapped into reality and into higher truths, and I realize my own limit and like my own confusion. But literally the willpower thing was so vehement. It literally, I was previously, nothing had happened to have provoked that. So it was literally in retrocausality. It was retroactively happening. It was backwards happening. So in came the video, as I repeat, in came the video, stuck in my head as to why the fuck was the message so strong. And then boom, this happens with the reading and then with the willpower. And so I realized that again, that's why I said we're arguing semantics. So which one is the willpower? So why should I even sit and conclude? So here was my mind, yeah. So she's talking about something that chakra is blocked if you manifest not a very strong willpower in your life, like you don't respect your own word, you promise yourself you're gonna start diet tomorrow or stop smoking tomorrow and you don't, and blah blah blah. Hold on a minute, I repeat again. Think about it. There is the willpower, the power of your will that's saying fuck that. And then here comes your programming and your sold idea that the right thing is to do something that this says no. And you go barking at each other, the willpower fight. And it just the ridiculousness of it all, it made me laugh because of course I have fucking willpower. It's so fucking strong that it's pissing against and totally blocking absolutely everything in the program. I can't, like, I'm catching the program all the fucking time. Like, who are you? Who the fuck died and put you in charge to tell me what to do? No. And this is from when I was so young, so young. I come from a mixed background. Mom and dad from different nationalities, or different nationalities and so on. So mom decided to send me to the kindergarten so that I can learn a particular language, as opposed to the language that I was speaking in the house and so on. And they all said, oh no, children are like sponges, you know, they learn so fast and so on. And yeah, well, I fucking hated my grandma that spoke this language. I fucking hated, like, I had this inner kind of thing that I didn't know was happening, that passive aggressive, passive aggressive, it was passive aggressiveness, yeah, that I had going on, that of course I didn't fucking know because I was 3 or something, kindergarten. And so they took me out after about 2 or 3 weeks, yelling and kicking, you're like your fucking father. Because after 2 or 3 weeks, I made no friends whatsoever. I made my seat right behind the door. I refused to speak. I said hello, goodbye, and thank you. That's it. And absolutely refused to participate. So talk about fucking willpower. You can't teach me nothing, man. You can't teach me nothing. Honest to God, it either comes direct from the source or I'm not listening. Or whatever it is that is given, I'm gonna look at the opposite of it. And I'm gonna entertain the opposite of it. And this is how I do alchemy. This is how I do daily alchemy. I destruct and deconstruct everything that's trying to be sold to me. One by one, by one, by one, by one. And that's based on willpower. So from me thinking I have to fucking repair my fucking third chakra, my third chakra is just about to fucking propel me into space. Because literally, just by pure reinterpretation, by pure instant alchemy, by rephrasing, by identifying, by renaming, that's what I'm saying. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Stop being sold short, man. Stop being sold short. They tried to fucking sell me bullshit. I bought it for 5 minutes because the triggers of the day were kind of cumulative. But it was just for my own awakening. So the end of the day planned, the middle of the day, and so on. Because everything, it's all taking me to really awaken to full extent that which I fully am. And that cannot be fucking programmed by some little bitch trying to sell me some bullshit about fucking being a millionaire. The fuck for?